Akin from the Houseplant Resource Center, and today I want to talk about my top 10 products for Monstera. Now, I love Monstera. I have a Albo, I have Addisonii, I have plenty of just regular Monstera deliciosas, and then I have this. This is an Addisonii that is propagated with a pothos, and I think it's really cool because their leaves are almost the same size and shape, but they're completely different, unrelated species. So I propagated them both and planted them both together, and I think it's really fun. They're just so beautiful. So the first thing I want to talk about is a moisture meter. And so the 3-in-1 moisture meters are not just a moisture meter, but it's a soil meter. So you can measure the moisture in your plant, also the light level at the location that your plant is at, and the pH of the soil. This is important because it gives you 3 kind of different data points of what may be going wrong with your plant and how you can improve the growth of your plant. So by testing how wet the soil is, you know whether or not it's over or underwatered. By testing the light, you can tell whether or not it needs more light. And then the pH, you can check the pH of your soil and see if it's too acidic. If you're getting sort of yellowing leaves or browning, crisping edges of the leaves, you want to check your soil acidity. So this is a really good option to just make sure that nothing is going wrong with your plant and that you're on the right track. So the next thing I want to talk about is Leca balls or smart gravel. So these are basically these large clay balls that you can use to really lighten up your soil and aerate your roots, and Monstera do really well in them. So they provide a drainage solution to lift up the soil and just provide some greater oxygen flow within the roots, because the roots need to absorb nutrients and water, but they also need to breathe. A lot of people don't realize this, and so they need airflow within the soil system. And so these also remove excess water, and then later they sort of give back the excess water, so it prevents over and under watering. So it's just a really cool product. Click below if you want to check out Houseplant Smart Gravel, and we will also include a link to just regular Leca balls, which are just these clay balls. The next thing you need is a decorative container. I cannot believe it when I see these beautiful plants in people's homes in just the grower's pot, the black plastic grower's pot. So what you can do is you can put the grower's pot inside a decorative container, but I just love seeing a really beautiful decorative container that stands out and just helps your plant to stand out and makes your home more beautiful. Check out our Monstera Facebook group if you want to learn more and see different examples of, we have thousands, tens of thousands of members that post their Monstera pictures, and they have tons of amazing decorative pots. The one below comes from my friend Tammy. Hi, Tammy. This one I just thought was completely stunning. I believe she got it at Target, but we'll link to where she got it below, but I think it just looks incredible, and it's just a beautiful thing in her home. Okay, the next thing is a good fertilizer for your Monstera. So we developed Monstera plant food to be the perfect NPK ratio. It's a 5:2:3 ratio, and it's perfect for Monsteras to grow big, to grow quickly, to be very, very healthy. So it includes some trace elements for your root system, for larger growth, faster growth, and darker green, shinier leaves. And so I think you'll really like it. Check it out at the link below. It's something that I highly recommend getting the right fertilizer for your plant, so that you're not risking burning your plant and you're giving it exactly what it needs. Okay, the next thing is root supplement. So if you have any problems with your Monstera, like say you have brown spots or leaves that are not unfurling all the way, or maybe just shriveled leaves or yellowing leaves, that all indicates that you could be overwatering or your plant could have some other problem going on. And so I really recommend our root supplement, which helps trigger your plant's own immune response and help your root system be stronger and more resilient to any of these pathogens like funguses or bacteria that can attack it. And so I really recommend it. A little goes a long way. Each bottle is a 1-year supply. And so you just give 1 teaspoon with your normal watering, and it can go a long way to help the health of your plant and to make it more resilient against anything bad happening. The next thing has to do with the Monstera leaves. And so these have such beautiful leaves, and a lot of them can get huge and glossy and shiny. They are prone to kind of collecting dust, and the dust can help the plant or hurt the plant in 2 ways. First of all, the dust can block the sun's rays and not allow it to get enough light. Second of all, it can block the stomata or the pores of the plant and not allow it to do its oxygen carbon dioxide exchange that it needs to do to photosynthesize. And so by keeping your plant's leaves really clean, you help it to have a better, healthier metabolism and to absorb as much sunlight as possible. So our Leaf Armor spray is designed not only to clean your plant leaves, but to protect them. So it protects against fungus, bacteria, and insects insects, as well as it helps your plant to retain more of its own moisture barrier. So what I recommend doing is showering off your plant, getting it really, really clean, and then misting it with this Leaf Armor Protectant spray to keep your plant glossy, green, gorgeous, and very, very healthy for you. Another idea for you is getting humidity accessories. So Monstera like to be in a humid environment. They like, maybe 40 to 60% humidity. And so I recommend getting a humidity meter, and this can tell you how humid your house is or isn't. So it's important to know what you're starting with. If you're under a 30, I recommend taking action and getting a humidifier for your plant. And so you can get any of these little humidifiers that are pretty inexpensive. I believe they're around $20 on Amazon, or you can get the large humidifier for around $150 on Amazon. Or you could get a whole house humidifier like I did, and I talk about that in my next video. So subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about that. But we actually installed a whole house humidifier to keep our humidity at 50% at all times. So without proper humidity, Monstera leaves can develop dry spots. They can, kind of get flimsy and a little bit just sad looking, or they can even crack. And so if your home is super dry, you do want to address your humidity levels. Okay, another idea for you is propagation supplies. So propagating Monstera could not be easier. Like I said, my 3-year-old actually helped me propagate this one. So we just took a cutting of the mother plant and just put it into water and propagated it in water. Super easy to do. We make a propagation solution. You just add a few drops to your water and it helps to grow roots faster and stronger and more roots. So you want about 3 to 5 roots per cutting. You want them to be a 1/2 inch to 1 inch long before you root it in soil. So I recommend just taking a few cuttings, putting them in water, doing a few drops of the propagation promoter solution, and then repotting them into soil in whatever arrangement you like. And so it couldn't be easier, and it's a lot of fun. And then you can gift your new plant, or you can keep it for yourself. All right, and so another idea that I have for you is hanging baskets. And so I love to hang my Monstera if you can. And so it allows you to get more plants off the ground, to find more places to put plants. And I think it's just so beautiful, particularly under a place where you sit, to have hanging plants. And so hanging baskets is another idea for you if you're interested in doing that. I think it's a way to add more Monstera to your home in a really, really beautiful way. All right, and so the final accessory for your Monstera that I would recommend is just tiny lights to kind of go through them. And so decorative lights. And so you can see the big ones I have behind me for my fiddly fig, but I like little tiny magical fairy lights for Monstera. They come battery operated, they come plug-in, they come solar operated. So even if your plants are outside, you could use them. If you don't have an outlet nearby, you could do either the battery or the solar ones. It's just a nice ambiance. They actually can keep your plant warmer, which can help your plant grow faster and do better. And so I just think it's a lot of fun to light up your plant and make it kind of the focal point of your area. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. Comment about your accessories or products for Monstera below, and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.